The happy hosts, the beautiful stars, the seemingly perfect family, the couple we followed for years. What if they were behind closed doors, harboring their own pain? What if, behind the scenes of the red carpets and cameras, there were lonely evenings, secret tears, and hidden struggles? Today, we reveal a story that has greatly moved and shocked fans. Beloved TV couple Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos have spoken out for the first time about their difficult family issues. In addition to shedding light on celebrity depression, their story delves into themes of love, perseverance, and the profound significance of family unity during challenging times. Hold on tight because I'm about to unveil something much more shocking in each subsequent chapter of our adventure. Morning TV has been graced with the presence of Kelly Ripa for more than 20 years. She was invited to join millions of us for breakfast and coffee in our homes. Her husband of over 25 years, Mark Consuelos, also became a well-respected actor while they were together. They appeared flawless to those on the outside, a famously inseparable couple who are also parents to 3 children, expertly juggling their public and private lives. But no family is immune to hardship, as any long-lived person can tell you. The reality was considerably more challenging than the picture-perfect Ripa Consuelo household. Kelly and Mark did all in their power to keep their children out of the limelight. As children, Michael, Lola, and Draken felt the love of their parents, but they also carried the weight of celebrity with them at all times. Kelly and Mark privately acknowledged that it was extremely challenging to raise children in this setting. Anxieties, tension, and restless nights ensued. Kelly admitted once that we are believed to have everything under control. On other days, though, we hardly managed to keep it together. Their followers thought they lived carefree lifestyles, so their candor astonished them. Everyone had trouble, not just Kelly and Mark. The pressure of public opinion was especially hard on their daughter Lola. Overwhelmed by the burden of having 2 renowned parents, Lola cried during an emotional occasion. Money and fame weren't the source of her suffering. It was all about coming into her own and discovering her niche in a world that appeared to have predetermined her identity. It was terrible for Kelly to see her daughter weep. The TV sensation who had millions of viewers in fits of laughter felt completely helpless when she was alone in her kitchen. In retrospect, Mark acknowledged that he, too, shed silent tears at those times, hoping he could relieve his children of the weight they bore. No marriage is safe from scrutiny, regardless of how solid it is. Time and again, Kelly and Mark's friendship was put to the test. Tension was produced by the late hours, the separations caused by employment, and the conflicts over child raising. During one open discussion, Kelly disclosed that she and Mark had doubts about their ability to endure difficult times. When their fans found out that they, too, had doubts, it was a huge shock to them. True love isn't about being perfect. It's about sticking together through thick and thin. Kelly and Mark decided to tell their story instead of keeping it hidden. A chapter that rocked the family to their core followed. Kelly and Mark had to put their lives on hold when a family member suddenly became ill. The couple kept a lot of specifics under wraps, but those close to them said that they were hugging each other and praying for strength when this happened. It served as a sobering reminder to Kelly that fame is meaningless when her health is in jeopardy. Mark took it as a sign to defend his loved ones with all his might. Fans might relate since it showed a different aspect of them. Anxiety felt when a loved one is in pain. Their audience was taken aback when Kelly and Mark finally spoke candidly about their troubles. Kelly publicly acknowledged that her family had faced invisible struggles. Tears throughout the night, doubt in the morning. As she had already said, "We're not perfect," which Mark repeated, "We battle." Despite our tears, our love for one another propels us forward, because they allowed millions of others to admit their own suffering by expressing theirs. This revelation was both shocking and inspirational. An enormous amount of people responded. Many fans shared their own family hardship stories on social media and in letters. "I felt seen," parents reported. Everyone from grandparents to great-grandparents worry for their grandchildren. The candor of Kelly and Mark, according to many, served as a reminder that no family is immune to strain, but that bending does not necessarily indicate breaking. Those in their 60s and beyond were reminded of something they knew deep down. True strength is not achieved through ease, but through endurance. Mark and the Willows remain through it all. Among Hollywood's most beloved couples, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos stand out. From their first encounter on All My Children's set to their decades-long marriage brimming with joy, celebrity appearances, and family escapades, they have perpetually appeared to be the ideal couple. But recently, the adored team let followers in on a darker side of their lives, a personal and tragic family crisis. Kelly and Mark conveyed an unusual level of candor in an interview, discussing difficulties that have tried their love, patience, and resiliency. Their public personas, smiling on talk shows, attending fancy events, and sharing adorable family photos on social media, are often fabricated, but this discussion gave fans a peek of their genuine lives, loving through its ups and downs. Over the course of their 20-plus-year marriage, Kelly and Mark have welcomed 3 handsome boys into the world: Michael, Lola, and Joaquin. There have been many happy moments, triumphs, and shared passions along their path together. However, they have faced challenges just like any other family. They discussed how difficult it has been to juggle their roles as entertainers and parents. Working long hours and enduring public scrutiny can be taxing, particularly when taking care of children demands your undivided attention, emotional capacity, and stamina. When it seemed like there was no way to balance job, family, and personal health, Kelly and Mark both talked about how exhausted they were. "It's not always easy," Kelly reluctantly conceded. "Behind the scenes, it can be really tough to manage everything," the couple said. "But you see us laughing on TV or posting fun family photos." The pair may seem ideal on the outside, but Mark and her have been through the emotional ups and downs that any parent can relate to. Times of uncertainty, concern, and even terror for their children's safety. Devastating family battles. Kelly and Mark didn't go into graphic detail, but they did say that dealing with their children's emotional health and the pressures they encounter has been the most challenging part of family life. It has been emotionally taxing to navigate these situations, which include both academic problems and personal fears. "No matter how much we hope for our children's well-being, there were nights when we couldn't sleep," Mark recalled. "You put forth an effort to be resilient, but there are moments when you feel completely powerless." The pressure of being in the spotlight all the time, Kelly said, made these problems much worse. "Every choice, every deed, has the potential to be misunderstood. Even when it seems unattainable, all we want as parents is to keep our kids safe and provide them with a regular existence." Many of their admirers relate to them on a personal level, seeing them as ordinary parents dealing with everyday problems. Discovering the power of love. Kelly and Mark highlighted that their love for one another and their children has been an unwavering source of strength through all the hardships and sorrow. They depend on honest dialogue, cooperation, and the mutual knowledge that parenting is a roller coaster ride through thick and thin. "Being perfect is not the point," Kelly clarified. "Being there for one another, loving each other, and sticking by our kids no matter what is what it takes." As Mark elaborated, "We've had hard days, but we've also had moments that remind us why it's worth it. We keep going because of the laughs, the milestones, and the minor wins." Attention fans. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos want to show the world that even famous people have bad days and question themselves sometimes by talking about their problems. Realizing that there will be challenges in parenthood, love, and family life can help us grow as people and as caregivers. That it's alright to have problems, to feel overwhelmed, and to seek assistance is their overarching theme. No matter how difficult the situation, families can overcome it with love, patience, and support. This conversation serves as a poignant reminder of Kelly and Mark's humanity to their admiring admirers. In spite of the hardships they've endured, the famous couple's undying love for one another and their children shines through as they strive to build a stable, nurturing home for their loved ones.